And hey, hello,
Awesome.
everybody. This is Sports and Tacos. We're going to get the show started here in just a second. You get to hang out with us behind the scenes. And here we go.
All right, guys.
Hold on. There we go.
Tell me when. Oh, there we go. All right, everybody, welcome back to another super mind-blowing edition of Sports and Tacos. It is July 25th. Oh, yeah. You can kill that, Eric. All right, everybody there? Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, here we go again. Another super amazing edition of Sports and Tacos. I'm Spencer Cadigan, your host, like usual. It looks like Alex G-Unit Ginzel is with us, one of our super amazing co-hosts, like always. We're doing this live tonight on Easy Way TV via Easy Way Zoom. This is a fan interactive show. We're waiting for Tony and Bama to log on. We all know how great they are with technology, so it might be a couple of minutes before Tony and Bama get logged on. But we have an amazing show tonight. At long last, we got Daniel WULKAN, sports expert from Pawn Stars, on tonight. And also, am I correct, Dan? You are the owner of Memory Lane, or at least one of the owners of Memory Lane?
Yeah, partner of Memory Lane.
Partner of Memory Lane. And, I'm not sure how many people out there are sports memorabilia people, but Memory Lane is huge. Like, if you're a baseball card nerd like myself, and you get PSA magazine every month, and you see the Memory Lane, like collectibles and the stuff that you guys sell and auction, it's like my Christmas wish list. Looking at the stuff that you guys have, it's unbelievable. And then we also have Flash Bugatti, a hip hop artist and an ex NASCAR driver, is going to be joining us tonight. Thanks for coming on, Flash. Basically, well, I know we only have so much time with you, Dan. So we'll probably dive right in.
Let's do it.
Okay, awesome. So I met Dan probably like a year and a half ago when I had first moved back to LA after the whole COVID lockdown and everything. And I was working at from Colorado. I was working at Mel's Drive-In, like the night shifts at Mel's Drive-In over on Sunset. Yep. I got to talking to Dan one night. I'm not sure. I know you were in there with was your girlfriend or fiance?
At the time, now fiance.
Yeah, that's right. You were in there with your fiance, and I don't know how we got on the topic of sports memorabilia, but yeah. And here's just so you guys know, Dan is the sports expert, or at least one of the sports. So you are on Pawn Stars.
Yeah, I'm the sports expert on the show, and then Steve Grad is the one who authenticates everything. So they'll bring me on to appraise everything, like that Cy Young signed photo right there. On that episode. But yeah, I mean, that's when my head was shaved. I decided to grow out my hair. So
okay, let me ask you this. Was that your decision or your fiance's decision?
My decision to grow out my hair. I felt like, I got hair, I might as well grow it.
Yeah, why would you? Because I mean, I've been shaving my head for about 20 years, but that's because I started going bald when I was like 20 years old.
Right. Okay. Both of my two older brothers bald.
Because basically I wore a fitted baseball cap since I was like 6 years old. Yeah. And I lost all my hair by the time I was 12.
That's why you lost all your hair?
Yeah, because fitted baseball caps, because I played baseball my whole life, it doesn't get any air to your hair falling.
Yeah.
That's true.
And it's also your grandpa, whoever your mom's dad is.
Yeah.
That's who you get. So anyways. If I could grow it out,
everybody laugh. No, okay.
If I could grow a mohawk, I would, but I can't. So.
Oh man.
Anyways, it looks good, Dan. So, anyways, we met at Mel's Drive-In one night at like I don't even know 2 a.m. in typical Friday night Mel's Drive-In on Sunset Chaos. Got to talking about sports stuff, And because my entire life, let me ask you, Dan,
Sure.
how old were you when you started collecting? Or got
Collecting,
in- got-
probably about 10 years old. And the benefit I had was that my grandfather owned a candy store in New York City. So he'd always bring us boxes of cards. And my two older brothers and I would get the cards. They'd eat all the gum, and eventually they gave me all their cards. But previous to that, we would write our initials. This is like totally against baseball card religion. We'd write our initials on the back of each one of the cards. So we would, decipher, whose cards they belong to. But that's where, about 11, 12 years old, I got the Beckett magazine, the Beckett Price Guide, and I'll never forget it, that baby blue Beckett with Roberto Clemente on the front.
Mhm.
And I found that, like, I'm looking through it, and, I had a couple friends whose parents were like one kid's parent who was a stockbroker on Wall Street. And I thought, I want to be a stockbroker on Wall Street, and then ended up seeing that, like, at 12 years old, you go to a show and look in people's common boxes, which some of the dealers hated me because I would read Baseball Americana and I'd pick out the rookies that, were coming up, that were pretty famous, that were just killing it in the minor leagues. So I'd pick the rookies out of their common boxes for a nickel a piece. And a week later, I'd sell them for $1 a piece. So, to make at 12 years old, 20, 30 bucks, was huge.
Mhm.
And then once I saw that, I just got it's just the energy to, buy and sell cards. And then told my father at one point, my collection was worth $800. And I said to him, well, you put in $800 cash, and then we will, we'll spend that $800 and we'll make this a $1,600 collection. And then at 13 years old, we started setting up at baseball card shows. So I would just run around the room and I'd buy from people's boxes, just buy and sell cards. And at that age, again, if you get the spark, to learning the idea of buying for X amount and selling for X amount and making a small profit, you're starting to feel like you're doing better than 10% like a stockbroker does. So
No, absolutely. Yeah, I was about the same way. Like when I was like 7 years old, that's when I just, let me ask you this. When you were a kid, like when you started collecting, and Tony always makes fun of me for this. Tony and Bama, they're live on here too. So Tony and Bama, I don't know if you can see them. Just give you a little backstory of the show, Dan.
Yo, baby.
Me,
there he is.
Tony Pantoja has the Michigan jersey on, and Robert Humphries.
Frozen Four, baby.
Robert Humphries has the Alabama sweatshirt on.
Cool.
Me, Tony, and Bama, we all worked together at a huge sports bar for years in South Denver.
Oh,
And
cool.
basically, this is what we did every day anyways.
Oh,
So
wow.
One night, basically, I think, Tony and Bama had a few beers. We were sitting around Tony's house. Tony had a freaking microphone, like a karaoke microphone. And he started like fake commentating a game or whatever. And thus Sports and Tacos was born. We went to the general manager of our bar, and he allowed us to do Sports and Tacos in the band area on Monday nights.
That's
So
so
that's
awesome.
just so you know, that's how this all got started.
Congrats.
But Tony makes fun of me all the time still about whose poster I have on the wall this week. So Dan, when you first got into collecting, who was your favorite players? Whose posters did you have on your wall?
God, I mean, I grew up in New York, so I was a huge Yankee fan. Derek Jeter was like, I was a huge fan of Jeter, and I loved basketball too. Growing up in New York, weirdly enough, I hated the Knicks. I loved the Bulls. I loved Jordan since UNC. So, I fell in love with them. Posters wise, it's interesting. I think I had a Lamborghini Countach from like way the hell back in the day.
Yeah, when I don't know, we're probably not too far off in age.
I'm 51.
Okay, I'm assuming, yeah, I'm a little younger than you, but not a whole lot. So like when I was like
He's like us.
8 years old, I had Michael Jordan dunking from the free throw line, the Nike Air, freaking the original Nike Air poster.
Oh yeah.
I
Yep.
had Mark McGuire and I had John Elway because I'm born and raised in Denver. So John Elway was God. He's still God in my book.
I also had the Michael Jordan cutout because I wanted to stretch myself to be as tall as him. Because you heard on that tape, you know, that when he was a kid and he was in high school, went to Laney High School, that he tried to stretch himself to grow. So like, I think I bought that hook, line, and sinker back day one.
Wow. That's freaking, yeah.
It never worked for me.
Hey, Tony, what are your measurements? You're like 5'5", 250, right? Something like that.
Man, I'm 5'4", 5'5". It all depends on what 7-Eleven I come out of. Man, I tell you. And some days I feel like they're wrong.
That's pretty funny.
5
So-
foot nothing but daddy's a whole lot of love. God bless.
That's funny. So anyways, I guess tell me, okay, so I have been, and this is kind of how we met originally. You
Sure.
know, I've been out buying. I started my own kind of side collectibles business 20 years ago, when eBay kind of first started to become a thing. Bronco 77 sports cards, it's still an eBay store. And, you know, I started going out kind of like you. I found that instead of going down to the card shop and buying a box or buying individual cards, if you have the means, it's much better to go buy entire collections. And like Tony and Bama, I used to live with Tony and Bama. They've been there. When I get that bulk order from PSA that comes back, you know,
Oh
like
yeah.
100
that's so much
cards.
fun. Just looking through the cars right there, seeing what he's got up. You know,
In the
kinda
grades.
guess the
Hey,
signs, the
y'all.
lines, yeah.
It's just like a box of chocolates. You just don't know what you're going to get because it's all so sweet.
It's like
You hope
kinda-
it's sweet.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
like Christmas.
Until he
you know?
cries about the grades.
Really quick, Spencer, sorry to
Sure.
interrupt, but you got
Sure.
an audience, you got people in here. So I just want to remind you that you do have a live studio audience, and maybe, you know, include them, tell people, show them on screen, you know, and let them know that there is a chat. So if people want to participate, you have any questions for the guests, they are in the queue there. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Anybody who wants to chat, let's see what we've got here. So, anyways, Dan, but what would you say right now? Okay, by going out and buying up stuff,
Sure.
you know, the best way I've found to get stuff. Who's the hottest?
You know,
thing
there's a
going
whole
right
host
now?
of different things. As far as like finding deals, you know how you see all these storage war deals, stuff like that. To find deals, you can actually still find, you know, there's so many times where people will go into thrift stores and they'll look at books. And what's interesting is that when a family just gives all their stuff to a thrift store, what they don't know is that there are a bunch of those hardcover books that you can pick up for $1 that are actually signed. And 90%, 95% of the time, these authors who, you know, celebrities, whether it be athletes, entertainers, rappers, whatever, they've written these books, they've signed them. Books are rarely forged. You know, you'll have a basketball signed by Michael Jordan that's forged, Tiger Woods. Like today, I was buying a huge deal from a guy who drove 3 days from Idaho. And literally, it was a 15-foot U-Haul truck. He brought out about 40 boxes. He had a beautiful baseball signed by Babe Ruth, fake. He had a Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig signed baseball, fake. A Roger Maris ball, a Roberto Clemente ball. All this stuff is fake. So, you know, one of the principles I run on is that if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. But as far as finding deals, you can still find deals at flea markets, even cards like local card shows, stuff like that. But again, you have to make sure it's authentic, because when you're buying, you know, let's say a Babe Ruth baseball for $1,000, you know, and it's probably not going to be real. You know,
Yeah.
that authenticity is everything. Authenticity is, and a big thing I have to point out is that you got all these influencers, all these, you know, YouTube influencers and IG influencers. You have to know you can't buy the hype, because if you're like mortgaging your home to put money into a Michael Jordan rookie, which is we saw a couple of people do, because like back in the beginning of the pandemic, you had the Winklevoss brothers who jumped into an auction and spent $700,000 a piece for Michael Jordan rookie cards in perfect PSA 10s. Yeah, they can lose $2 million and it's like a penny to them. But the guy the weekend warrior who's gonna jump and mortgage his home because he thinks that card's going to $3 million, right now it's trading at about $175,000. So anyone who's spent their hard-earned money is buying the hype and following I don't want to name names, but they're following certain people on Instagram where they're like, you got to buy this, you got to invest in Derek Carr, you got to invest in Jordan. And once they go up, they'll dump those kind of like the pump and dump. You got to be careful. And then they dump their cards, they make the money, and you see it like going down and down and down and down. So you just have to like be patient. And, I think where a lot of the money is vintage, low pop, which, in our world, like the population of a card, whether it be a sports card, a Pokemon card, you got to know how many are in like the grade of a PSA 10, how many are in a PSA 9. And you have to just like know that information. Because if you look at Luka Doncic and you've got like his Panini Prism base rookie card, 2 years ago, they were $2,000. A client said to me, go get 50 of them for me. I said, just wait about a year and a half. So now he spent almost, because I got a couple of like $1,800. He almost spent $100,000. You can get the same damn card on eBay right now in a PSA 10 for like $350. So he's lost like 80 to 85,000 on that deal. Why? Because there are too many out there that are PSA 10s. It's all supply and demand.
Yeah, no, it totally is. And one thing that I think that I try not to do, and I've learned the hard way, kind of like those guys,
It's okay to.
is chasing. I've learned, and I think it's because I've been doing it since I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
Is to go after the collections and be the first one in on the collection and look for the value, because I've tried buying up the lots, of the stars that are coming out, or maybe, like Luka Doncic, whoever. And
Right.
I've seen that happen to where, you're not the only one doing that. And maybe there's only 10 PSA 10s right now, but a year from now, there's going to be 100 of them on whatever, on eBay. And so I guess my point is I think the real value is the knowledge of someone like yourself or someone like myself who can go and look at a collection and know what's valuable.
It's the 80-20 rule. 80% is going to be junk, but like exactly what you just said, pick out the 20% that can cover the 100%.
Yes.
And then know that eventually, if you sell the 20 to cover the 100, that other 80% is going to be your profit, even if it is 10 or 15 or 20% of the whole. So you're still making money.
Yeah.
Tony's looking at me like, what the hell?
No, yeah.
Man, I'm kind of ready to chime in, because I gotta tell you something, America. My brother, he was talking about, finding treasures in little places. Remember Hobby Lobbies and all that? We used to go in there. My dad he still does, like building things. But in Hobby Lobby, they always had like these packs of 4 where you got 10 cards a piece from the 80s all the way to 85. You had them for baseball and football. Well, I got a couple of them because I'm a collector. Well, I got lucky on that one. I got an Eric Dickerson rookie. It was awesome.
1984,
Man, it was just unbelievable. But then one of my other little fun times going up to Montana, we stopped in Wyoming at the gas station, and I bought a couple basketball cards. I opened them up. They're Fleer. Michael Jordan was in there, and I thought, yay, cool. He's a second year. Nah, man, that was the second year. It was like how Joe Montana did it for Topps. They made it a year after, where that was his rookie card. And of course, I got rid of him and all that. I didn't think, wasn't too smart back then.
Yeah, but
that's what happened to me.
You got them. And here's the deal with those types of cards, because another thing that pisses me off, when there's greed and money, people swarm our hobby. Like, you bought those cards and you bought them at the right time with those packs, but then people started doing repacking, and they were buying like literally like 1 million cards at a tenth of a penny a piece. They were making those. They were trying to sell them in Walmart and Target, and they started ripping people off because you said you got good cards there. You were able to get good cards back then. But in the last 10, 12, 15 years, they would jam all these tenth of a cent cards that were worthless. But guess what? They fed the people that thought they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
So they'll spend $4 for 100 cards, but $4 for 100 cards, that's 4 cents a piece. If they're paying a tenth of a cent a piece, getting 10 of them for a penny, they're making like 3, 4, 5,000%.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure.
So
Hey, G Unit, you got, I'm assuming growing up, did your guys' dad, or did anybody in your family have sports stuff and memorabilia? Stuff like
Yeah.
that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. My grandpa, my uncles, and my dad. Lots of Chiefs. Lots of
And
Chiefs
then-
AU stuff.
Dan, this is Alex Ginzel. She's one of our co-hosts.
Hey.
Hi,
She's from
Dan.
Kansas City. She's a huge Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
Kansas fan. So do you got any, I don't know, do you got any questions or anything that you can think back of, Alex, like that you that they had? Or no, I know, you know, you probably didn't collect much cards.
I
but
haven't seen one in so long. You know, do you have a store that we can go to? And
memorylaneinc.com is our website. And
okay.
it's mainly an auction site. And then we are on eBay under Memory Lane Inc. MEMORYLANEINC. So that's our username.
Okay.
But that's pretty much for the sports stuff. And then we
Yeah.
carry inventory for like the shows that we go and do.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So, and it's changing all the time.
Cool.
I bet. And then like for all stars such as Patrick Mahomes himself, you know, how do you regulate?
Of course.
Like, how do you regulate that?
Though, I mean, there are a lot of Patrick Mahomes cards,
Yeah.
like his rookie cards. But again, you got to be real like careful, because you could have cards out there that are 5,000-10,000 a card, and then you have his regular $2 or $3 cards. So I think there's a great website. This is giving it away to everyone. This
Yeah.
is the best website that I came across through a friend of mine. When you go on eBay and it says the best offer is accepted, well, you take that link. I mean, I'm sorry, you take the title to that, because here's what I'm getting at.
Mhm.
When you go on eBay and you hit completed listings, you'll be able to
Mhm.
learn, you know, what things go for. And if
Mhm.
it says like there's a best offer accepted, there's a website called 130point.com, which is 130point.com.
Mhm.
And this is the best information because barely anybody knows this. And then you scroll down and on the left, it says eBay, and you hit that and then put in the title of that item, and it will actually tell you what that item went for. And
Wow.
if you want to see what auction houses are selling it at, then you'll go to the right side and press on that link, and you'll be able to put that title in there, and it'll like drop the probably 20 or 30 of the last realized prices as to what stuff goes for. We
Wow.
use that because new stuff is so tough, because you have like parallel and zebra looking cards, and you have polka dot and refractor this and pink refractor, purple.
Mhm.
So it's tough to follow that side. I mean, we're mainly vintage, but we do a lot of new stuff as well. And that's a great reference. So if you're on eBay and you look at realized or completed listings or realized prices, it's really, really helpful.
Yeah, I could just imagine. Well, let me, I'm not sure how much, longer we got you for, Dan. I just got a couple more. So what would you say, okay, what is the best, the most smoking, the greatest deal you ever came across?
That's a great question. I bought these, there were these cards called 1955 Topps double headers. And I was at a show and someone overheard me talking about cards and these double headers. And they said, well, I have uncut sheets. And I said, what do you mean you have uncut sheets? They never came in uncut sheets. They were folded where like the back of the player's head would be folded over, and on the back, it would make up were those cards, were they a game?
They were
actually in packs. They were in packs.
I've had some. I know what you're talking about. I've had some of those cards.
You definitely have. Yeah. And I think there were stats on there for like a game or something like that. But this guy actually had 6 and 7 panel uncut sheets because he knew someone that worked at Topps. So I ended up buying those. And I was like 16 years old. I bought them for probably a couple $1,000 and then ended up selling them for about $20,000. And that was like a score at 16 years old.
Oh,
and there's a magazine called Sports Collectors Digest. And they did an article on it, on that find. It was the 600th article. I mean, 600th episode, or not episode, the 600th magazine, like edition of that Sports Collectors Digest. So that was a cool, find, as far as, capitalizing on profit wise.
Mhm.
But like, I like going back to what you were saying about collections. Like, you can really, if you can find a decent sized collection, you can break it up into
Mhm.
what everyone can afford,
Yeah.
where you sell off to 10 different people. And
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
consider you're selling stock. You're the stockbroker of your collection. And if you
Yeah.
can more than the money in the bank, or a stockbroker who's making, now interest rates are high, so you could make 5-6%. But if you could make 20% on a collectible,
Mhm.
you're doing better than a stockbroker.
Yeah, and the thing that I love about it is it's got for me, because it's like literally one of my most favorite things in the world. There's like a treasure hunting aspect to it. And if you know what you're looking for, and like me, I've God knows how many cards I've had graded over the last 20 years. When you really have an eye for grading, when you know what you're looking at, like when we met, that original conversation that we had, that was a collection that we went and picked up. And out of that collection, I mean, I think I bought the entire collection for like $1,000. I mean, I don't even know, just out of the graded cards, we
Hey,
probably
Spencer,
made.
we have a question from the audience from Dr.
Oh,
Ben. He's
sure.
asking what is the website again?
Oh yeah, what's your website again, Dan?
MemoryLaneInc.com, which is www.memoryleinc.com. MemoryLaneInc.com.
Yeah, and just so everybody knows that's out there, Dan, he is the sports expert on Pawn Stars, and Memory Lane Inc. is one of the most renowned.
Yes, we're one of the top 5 auction companies. I did the show for 5 years. I'm no longer on the show. They have a new guy that's a sports expert, but I did 50 episodes, and it was, I still get messages like literally every other day, just looking for value when people are writing from like
That's awesome.
Puerto Rico, Venezuela. In Venezuela, there are cards in the 60s that they actually came out with, which is really cool. So they ended up coming at Venezuela came out with their own tops cards over there. So even if they're in ruined condition and they're a 1 out of 10, they're still really rare and people are still buying that stuff. So there's collectors all over the world. I mean, they're absolutely all over the world.
Yeah, the tops Venezuelan stuff has always got a super high price on it. I'm trying to think here. If you ever come across vintage cards, then
Spencer, we got another question. Sorry,
cool.
thank you. But what about the other link you go to see what items sold for on eBay, etc.? So
yes, so that is 130point.com, which is 1 through the numbers 130 and then the letters POINT.com. So it's 130point.com, 130 POINT.com.
Yeah, and just so everybody knows, if you the reason that is so important, and Dan knows this, when you get on eBay or you've been in the collectibles world for a long time, a lot of times there is a big difference between what people are asking for an item and what an item is actually selling for. So you have to be careful. That's because I was in real estate for years. That's essentially how you comp your item.
Right.
Just
And
so
it's really sometimes a misnomer as far as, like you just said, what something's posted for and what it really is worth. Perfect example. I also will deal in non-sports stuff, presidents. I deal like in a bunch of mob related stuff. I had a check signed by Joe Bonanno, and I wrote this guy who had one for $2,000. And I said, well, and I was dealing with the niece of Joe Bonanno's sons. It was, the daughter-in-law. And I said, I would buy at the time, this was probably 10, 12 years ago, I'd buy 50 at a clip. And then I said to this guy, well, if you're charging $2,000 a piece on eBay and I've got 50 of them, I'll sell them to you for $200 each. You'll kill it. And he's like, no, that's why you have to, they're looking for a sucker at $2,000. The guy's not being fair and he won't even pay 200, then there's a problem.
Yeah.
So it's really buyer beware and look at those completed listings to make sure you're not overpaying.
Yeah. And okay, then I guess, like I said, last thing here, what besides, like obviously going after collections, give me like the top 3 players right now that you guys are going after. And I'm sure I know one of the names. I'm sure it's Alex Ginzel's most favorite player in the whole world. Who's your top three? Because I know you always base it on value.
Sure.
But we have a buddy, Ray Panetto, that comes on the show. They're up in Simi Valley, and they have a business called Pro Signatures Memorabilia. We do lots of like celebrity golf tournaments and stuff. Me and my buddy Kyle in the summer, and they do, you know, the big pieces where they put together a whole collage of like autograph stuff with memorabilia and put it into one piece and auction it off at these massive charity auctions.
Yeah.
And, you know, so we had him on the show a few weeks ago, and he was telling us like the players that always fly off the shelf. Just give me, if you could, three players right now that you are buying. Pretend it's the Beckett hot list. You remember that when you were a kid?
I'll do more of like a top 10 Beckett hot list. You know, your baseball is definitely, you know, which is hot as hell right now on the low pop side of real clean cards.
Let me see if I can guess. Shohei.
Yes.
Judge.
Yes.
Trout.
Yes. Yeah. Still. Yes.
Freddie Freeman.
No.
Freddie.
No.
Okay, go tell me. Then go from there.
Yeah, it's those three, and then that's of like more of the modern, and then even Vodo. Not Vodo. Volpe, Anthony Volpe.
Oh yeah, right.
He's hot as hell. Right? People are like, even Jason. Why am I blank for the Yankees? He's
Dominguez.
Yeah, Jason Dominguez.
Yes, I know him. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, he's hot as hell. But then you get to like the older guys like Mantle, Aaron, Mays, Clemente, Koufax. Those are like really, really hot. And then obviously you got Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, those are like Joe Burrow, not Trevor Lawrence as much that we've been asked about.
You know, okay. We were talking about this on a show recently.
Interesting.
Right now, I am buying Trevor Lawrence at
Probably a great
any
buy
cost.
right now.
It ends in bulk, though.
It's a
I buy
sleeper.
in bulk. That guy, you know, and my big poster is going to be on my wall, Tony. Just get over it, okay? Going on
You're
my
gonna
wall.
have those X's and O's and that
They're
one little
going to
kiss
beat
mark.
the Kansas City Chiefs this year. Trevor Lawrence reminds me of the next John Elway. I'm just saying.
The next John Elway or Fabio.
What do you call him, Tony? Tony's got a name for him.
Hey, Shotgun, you know why you like Trevor Lawrence, man?
Why? He's got
Because
hair?
he has long blonde hair.
Makes me jealous, okay?
Hey, man, both is beautiful.
So, okay, that's cool.
We have another question from the audience. It's actually my dad. He wanted
Jim.
to pop on. There he is.
Hi.
Cool.
Yeah,
Hi,
Greg,
Dad.
question.
Okay, so do you remember how the cards used to come when you'd buy them? There'd be a pack of 6. Does anybody remember how you used to buy them?
Absolutely. Like a wax pack with the gum. With
The
a-
gum, the bubble gum. Yeah.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
that-
So you're gonna go just shake your heads at this one. I had a big box and a big tank came in that box. It was a toy I got. When I got older, older meaning in the teens, I used to put all my baseball cards in there, and it was loaded full of cards. And when I left, I gave it to one of the kids that was younger kids. And I mean, I had Ted Williams, many Ted Williams cards, Ernie Banks, Willie Mays, Mantle, Yogi Berra, all those guys. And I had like 5 and 10 of each.
Oh,
And some of them, do you remember the card, and there was a TV screen around it? Do you remember that?
Yes, the
1960
1955 Bowman.
Okay.
You're
So I
talking
must have
about
had,
the TV where it was
Yeah.
horizontal. Yeah.
I had hundreds and hundreds of those cards, and I don't even want to know what they'd be worth today.
Well, wasn't Hank Aaron's? Isn't that Hank Aaron's rookie
Second
card?
year. It was Hank.
Second
Aaron,
year.
because he was 54 top, so
That's
his
right.
Bowman was his second year. They're only worth about 50 cents to $1 a piece. I want to make you feel better, but they're
Right.
really not. They're
Oh my God, I thought they
Actually-
were, yeah.
the interesting part back then is that if you bought those packs, they were a penny or they were a nickel or they were 10 cents. They
Yeah.
were called penny packs and nickel packs. Why? Because the penny pack, you got 1 card, and all the nickel packs, you got 5 cards.
Yeah. That was back in about for 1955,
Jeez.
56. That's when I started buying those cards.
You
But
turn back
today
the
I-
clock.
Yeah, that was a while back. Do you remember that?
I don't remember it, but I would love to go back in time to buy some of
Yeah.
that.
I have a Michael Jordan. I have some of these cards. I don't buy many anymore, but I have a Babe Ruth card that I think it was probably some kind of copy. But I have a Michael Jordan card. I have that when he was a rookie. I don't know if that's worth anything.
Oh yeah, any condition, even if it's a 1 out of 10, that 86 Fleer card 57, any of those types of in any condition, the card's great.
Well, it's still sealed up. It hasn't been opened yet.
Oh wow, I'd love to see it. Spence, you got to check that out for
No,
me.
yeah, let's go check it out. Let's team up, Dan. Because I mean, one thing that I have noticed that I really love about living in LA in Southern California as compared to Denver, you have so many people here. Denver is a relatively small market. It's, you can go out and find nice stuff in Denver metro area, but I mean, man, every time I get on, I mean, from here to San Diego and back, there's just I went and picked up this. It's a vintage Dolphins collection down in Dana Point. This is some of the cards I want to, bring over to you, because there's a bunch of really nice condition, late 60s and early 70s football cards in there that I'll bring. But just, you have so much more in Southern California to choose from in regards to finding collections.
Finding collections, yes. I'll just say something really quick, and I got to run.
Okay.
East Coast is where it was at. Topps was in Brooklyn, Fleer was in Philadelphia. And the crappy part is that anybody who collected, who lived on the West Coast, got the short end of the stick, because all the series, you would have like the first, second, and third series, fourth series on the East Coast. And once the season ended, they would get all the series there, but they were no longer sending the fifth, sixth, and seventh series out to the West Coast because they were already on to the next sport and everything like that. So it's tough to find card deals that now it's easier because, people are moving everywhere around the world. So there, a lot of East Coasters are out on the West Coast. But back then it was very tough for people to collect cards out on the West Coast, Midwest to West Coast, because a lot of the card companies, like I said, were on the East Coast, and they would just camp. Those cards just camp there.
Yeah. And that's the reason. I'll just leave it at this. That's one of the reasons why, if anybody ever comes across old vintage cards, especially old baseball cards from the 60s or older, the high number cards are always worth more.
Yes.
Because once football season started, they stopped making as many of the numbers 600 and up usually, or like 650 and up, because the kids were no longer buying baseball cards because football season started. So the population of those cards doesn't really, there's some cards that it doesn't matter if it's a common player or a star. Some of those cards are really valuable because they made them in such a limited amount, because the gas station owner, instead of ordering 10 boxes a month, in September only ordered 1 box. And a lot of those, am I right, Dan? A lot of those high number cards had some of the later rookies that got called up later in the season.
Yes, absolutely. And that's how it was back then. And the last thing I'll tell you, side note, one of the items we have, I was just in Chicago at a show. One of the items we have in our next auction, it's a box of 86 Fleer basketball with Jordan's rookie in it. But the guy came to the show, and what's on it? He said, my wife wants me to sell everything, get everything out of the closet. What is on it? The original sticker, those boxes were mostly about $10, but he paid $14.95 for that box back in 1986. He opened one up, made 3 sets. We got the 3 sets for the auction, plus the unopened box he kept sealed. And he said, "What's that worth?" And I said, "I hope you're sitting down, because it's worth like $100,000. They were selling pre-pandemic for over 200,000, just to show you the hype and all that. But he said, "Yeah, you're kidding." I said, "No, sir, I'm telling you, that's a $100,000 box." And he flipped. So that will be in our next auction.
It's Michael Jordan's rookie card box.
Yeah.
And well, not only that, a lot of people have to understand 86 Fleer, wasn't that the first set of basketball cards since 82? or
Well,
something?
they had before 480, I mean, they had him in 48, then 1957.
Well,
At
but
6
remember, Tops had stopped making basketball cards for a few years.
Yeah,
And
they
86 Fleer was because it's even players that were rookies in like 84 and 85,
right.
their rookie card is in 1986 because it's the first set of basketball cards that got made by like any company.
You're right. You're exactly right. Right after 82 with Topps basketball, because 86 has Mullen, Ewing, Barkley,
Yes.
Isaiah Thomas, Clyde Drexler, and obviously Jordan. Yeah.
It's all their rookie cards.
Yep.
So yeah.
Oh, all right. Can you
Awesome,
still hear
Dan.
me on there? You still got me?
Yeah, we still got you.
Okay, so when I say it was a Michael Jordan, it wasn't basketball. It was when he was in baseball.
Oh yeah.
91 upper deck when he's in his White Sox uniform, maybe the 91.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Sweet, Dan. Thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah.
Dan, you're the man, brother.
We look forward
You're
to
the
having
You too.
having you on again sometime soon. And
Absolutely.
I'll be in touch with you anyways, because like I said, I got a bunch of autographed stuff and cards I need to bring down. So
Done. You got it. I'm there to help.
sweet.
Nice to meet you, Dan.
Nice to meet you guys. Take care.
Thanks, Dan. Yeah.
All right. Have a
Thanks
good
for the
one.
info.
You got it. Good luck.
Cool. All right, guys.
To grow and align your brand with celebrities and other established brands? Your brand is all about your entire customer experience. Everything from your logo, your website, your social media experiences, the way you answer the phone, to the way your customers experience your staff. So why not let us help you get your branding right from the start? At Easy Way Promotions, we are a new class of professionals providing first-class online branding, promotions, social media, website development, editing, graphic design, public relations, media, SEO, and online advertising to give your business the competitive edge to stand out. Our highly experienced experts will not only help you increase your online presence, but also provide you with a proven online strategy to help you increase the value of your company and make acquiring new customers easier. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today and let us help you grow your business exponentially.
All right, we back? I think so. Yeah, I think I'm all right. We got Flash. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. How you doing?
Good. How's it going, man? I'm
Going
good. Sorry. I didn't realize the conversation with Dan Wulkan about sports memorabilia was going to go so long. Sorry about that. I apologize to have you waiting. Did you find it interesting? Were you a collector when you were a kid?
Yes, I was. Actually, it's interesting that you brought it up. I had collected Topps. I remember the bubblegum deal and everything. I used to collect Jack Youngblood for the Rams. I'm a big sports fanatic. I actually played baseball and all that too in high school. So some interesting stuff there. Very interesting.
Awesome. So, okay, just give you a little backstory. So this is Sports and Tacos. Me and Tony and Bama. Tony's got the
What's up, brother?
There's
Hey.
Tony.
How you doing?
Bama's my buddy sitting next to him. So
Nice.
we are the originators of Sports and Tacos. It's been around for about 4 or 5 years. Just been doing it for fun. It's growing. Then we met this girl, Alex Ginzel, who's a huge football fan. She's one of our co-hosts also. Just a little introduction for you as to who you're talking to on Sports and Tacos. Give me a little your backstory, Flash.
Sure. And before I start, you guys do an amazing show. I captured a couple of shows. You guys are amazing. All of you.
Okay. Thank you. Really
Welcome.
appreciate that. I mean, it's easy for us to do this because this is like what we would do anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it all started. We all worked together in a huge bar. This is all we talked about all day, every day, passing the time while we're waiting tables and bartending. And we just decided to turn it into a podcast. So
And drinking a couple Tony Weisers.
There you go. I love you.
Yeah, baby.
Wish it hadn't worked yet.
Hey, man. Hey, it's working, baby. Hey, America, you too, man. Link in on us. Yeah.
anyways, that's how we started.
Solid.
So, yeah, what's your backstory, Flash?
So my backstory is I did a little bit of NASCAR Wheel-In series. You know, it's the lowest series in NASCAR. And I did some of that actually in It was actually fun. You know, the little bit that I did is late model stock cars and whatnot. You do it at your local track. It's not like Xfinity Cup and, you know, the high series of truck and all that. So it's actually something that's actually lower in the series. You know, anybody can actually do it, sign up at your local track and actually drive a stock car, you know, so.
That's
what
How long did you do that for?
I did it for
If you're serious about your
I did it for about almost about a good 4 or 5 years.
No kidding. Heck yeah.
Nice.
No, but was that, I was looking up, was that Advanced Auto Parts weekly series? Is that what you was doing?
Yes, that's what it's now called, but it back in the days it was called the Wheel-In series, featured
Oh,
division.
heck yeah.
Yep. DD.
You had no background before that. Just jump in, said I want to drive a car and go do it.
I did acting as well. I did Chico and the Man. I was a little kid in the introduction, running around chasing the pigeons. I actually also rap as well. So it's a lot of things that I actually have that sometimes I say about a bit humble on it. You know what I mean? And I also play.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. You all around talented, man.
Could actually pro on it. So you got there in a minute. That's me right there. That's myself. That's me.
Heck yeah, man.
Nice.
Hey, how old were you on that? How old were you on that?
I had to be about a good age of say probably 3 or 4. Had to
Oh,
be
see, you barely walking.
Wow.
Hell yeah, that's cool. Hell yeah, yeah.
Jack Alberts, Freddie Prinze Sr., you know, sad that he committed suicide. Things happen, and it's saddened. I wasn't actually, I can't remember it, but I've heard stories about it. It's just sad, man. Just sad.
Hey, guys,
Yeah.
you got some comments with Nathani Atafi, more collected tattoos and gifts. I couldn't understand the value of memorabilia then. Oh, wow, a NASCAR driver now. Wow, cool show. So there it is. The audience is there. Just wanted to let you guys know.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah, man. What's up, peeps? What's up, America?
Bama, I think I'll probably let you because just so you know, Bama is obviously from Alabama, and out of us, if there's, I mean, I like NASCAR. I like Daytona. I'm not gonna lie. I like the last 10 laps of Daytona. Crank the TV as loud as humanly possible, but then that's about as much NASCAR as I watch. But I know Bama and Tony are big time NASCAR guys. I'm gonna ask
Kyle Busch.
Yeah, no, I took this man plus a few other folks down at Talladega last year because that's my home track. I've been to Talladega. My first race was probably like 1981, 82 right there. And yeah.
Like Chase Elliott. I love Chase Elliott.
Oh, Chase is my man. I loved his daddy Bill. That was my boy to start, and Chase is my man now. Heck yes, heck yes, yeah.
To meet him actually on track in the Wheel-In series. He's a great guy, and
No kidding.
Heck yeah, man.
Okay.
So one catch, man. You can't go skiing, man, or snowboarding in Colorado. Now when it's wheel time, everybody likes to drive fast.
Flash, how did you get into racing? Did you just get up one day and you're like, oh, I want to race cars? Or kind of give me how the progression of what ended you up in actual, what'd you call it again, Bama? The AutoZone.
Oh, Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series I was looking at, which is, I guess, it was what it is now, but I guess he drove a Wheel-In series before that. The same thing I'm seeing. Yeah.
Yep,
so how did that progress? How did you get into that?
So believe it or not, I was always a big fan of Paul Walker. When Paul Walker passed away, I feel like I had to actually take on what he was trying to do. He was actually trying to break into NASCAR, and a lot of people don't know that. And I've always been a big fan of Paul Walker doing the Fast and Furious series. So when he actually passed away, I decided to steer away more from the acting part and get more into NASCAR. So that's actually how I went about doing it. It's simple. You just go down to your track, you get some seat time, you actually do the experiences. The next thing you know, you got the instructors actually approaching you and saying, hey man, you're so great, you need to actually take it another level, maybe sign up for the Wheel-In series. So actually had contact with somebody that's big in NASCAR, and they said, hey, I'm gonna put you on board. And next thing you know, I'm out there driving for the Wheel-In series.
No way.
So you just went out there and drove a car, and you did so good that they were like, hey, let's get you in a higher series right there.
That's correct. Yep.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
man.
That's
Rock on.
awesome. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
So and they obviously just put you in one of their cars.
Mhm.
You didn't have to. Wow, that's freaking.
Yeah, and I didn't expect it. I was just going out for the experiences, just going out, just driving a regular stock car, and the instructor, he pulls me to the side, and one other guy, I forget his name here, and he was like, you know what? You guys should be in the Wheeling series.
Wow, that's freaking.
That's really cool, man. Yeah, no, it's actually my old Christmas present from a couple years ago. My dad, my brother, and now my brother's wife wants to join, but we got driving school at Talladega. We got to go do.
Right. His name
If I
was.
did well, could I get experience? Could I get experience like you did right there? You think?
Oh yes, definitely. So all you do.
I'm just playing. I know I can't do as good as you. I know I can't do good as you, but yes.
You're never too old. You're never too old to actually get out there and do it. You know what I mean? You have some 60-year-olds, 65-year-olds that's on that track. As long as you're licensed, you're fine. As long as you got a driver's license, so you can do it.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it. So the guy actually I was thinking of, his name was Matt. So he pulled me and Matt aside. He said, "You guys should be up in the Wheeling series." So he did it as well. I did it. I grew up in the era of Ryan Partridge and Todd Gilliland. So it's so amazing. Those guys were in the K&N series, so they were doing it higher than me. But you know, when people hear Wheeling series and so forth, like you said, it's now the Advanced Auto Parts series. People think that, you know, it's the Cup, it's the Xfinity, it's the truck that's highly televised. It's not that. It's the lowest part of NASCAR. Think of it as the minor leagues is what I was doing.
Oh, but that's the fun part. That's where you get your start right there. Definitely, definitely. We used to watch freaking ARCA series and late models of a BR on Saturday nights back in the '80s. You know, growing up over there. I mean, those are the best races right there. Man. That's where you get your feet right there.
And
I got a question
something
from
like
the
that, man.
audience for Flash. Sydney Duncan is saying, I got a question. How old, we're gonna go ahead and bring him. He's in the studio audience. There he is, Sydney. How old were you, Flash, when you started racing?
When I started racing, I actually had to be about the age about, I want to say 37, 38 or so.
Cool.
And for actually some time before that, I would actually go to go-karts. I would actually do the late model cars before that. So I've had a lot of experience. I actually had fun. I learned some stuff from Richard Petty too, believe it or not. I've actually had pictures with Richard Petty and got invited to special event parties of his. So it's some stuff there that I'll be.
That's awesome.
That's
Awesome, man. Some
Hey,
good teachers right there. Yeah.
Flash. Hey, Flash, where are you from originally?
I'm from California, Los Angeles.
Oh, okay. Cool. And how old were you? Did you act for like your whole life, like for a child actor? And then tell me a little bit about your acting.
So I did what I do know, I did the Chico and the Man deal that you saw just on the screen just now. I did a few commercials, which I can't remember right now. I was kind of young. You know, my mother would always get approached by talent and also casting directors. And so I did some commercials. I can't remember. She's resting in peace right now. So is my dad. And they would always come to her, what I understand, and ask, can your child actually be a part of our commercial? Or, you know, could we be a part of Chico and the Man and stuff like that? So it was always, she was always getting approached.
Okay.
Always.
Got it. Okay, and then give me a little history of the rapping.
So the rapping came, I was actually rhyming since I was only 5 years old. We had a school project, and what happened is I had to put these rhymes together: cat, fat, rat, hat, and I had to do it real fast. And so what had happened is my dad actually took over, and it was a part of my homework assignment. And every time I would put rhymes together, he would give me a candy bar. I had to give him like sets of 10. So I would do that. And then it actually turned into, at the age of 12, I'm actually starting to rap. I actually didn't start getting in the studio and actually putting it on vinyl and so forth and cassettes until I was at the age of 15. And that's when I started actually taking it to a higher level. And, you know, I brought out an album called Seeing is Believing. I got singles out there right now. One is called It's Just Crazy, I Don't Want to Curse. And another one is called Spazzing, that's getting ready to be released here soon. You can see Eric is pulling it up right there. That has actually been released about a week ago. So there's on right now. And I got an album coming out soon called All Gas, No Brakes. So all gas, no brakes mean go full steam on and don't press the brakes. No,
Awesome. Wow.
The
you are a
pedal
busy
to the
guy.
metal.
Yes.
Right.
You
Race
got it.
car driver, actor, rapper. That is a sweet resume. Wow.
That is badass. Yes.
Like I said, Flash, man, you're very talented, brother. You're very talented.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, man. You're amazing, man, too. But all of you guys are so amazing.
You and it sounds like you're a sports fan. We at some point probably should move on to some sports topics before
Sure.
the end of the show. You want to hang out and chat some sports?
Sure, definitely. I love sports. I love
All
it.
right, awesome. Okay, we're gonna take not necessarily a break, but we are going to move on to a little sports trivia with
Okay.
Alex G Unit Ginzel. We're going to continue to expand her other than football knowledge today. And for anybody, hey Eric, do you have access to the timer?
Yep, I got you, Spencer.
Okay,
How's everybody
so
doing? Hi,
so
Eric. By the way, there's a lot of people in the audience. You guys got to press the chat button. We're looking for your chats.
the
You wanna come on
audience,
screen.
the
Hey,
audience.
come on, America. Come join us. Try to win
Okay.
something. Prove something to
Audience.
shotgun.
Audience,
Let's go.
I've invented a new game today. And this is where we need the audience to chime in here. So
What's the
what we're
timer?
gonna-
How much on the timer, Spencer?
Okay, so I'll tell you when to hit the timer. What I need is we're gonna play a little game. It's called Over Under. Okay, and this is sports logos trivia for Alex Ginzel. So everyone, what I want to know is how many seconds it's gonna take Alex Ginzel to get the city, the sport, and the team name of each logo that I'm about to put up. Okay, so you put in, basically what you're doing is just type in a number of how many seconds you think, and I'm going to give her hints like every like 10 seconds or so. We're going to see how this game works out.
10 seconds on the timer?
So no, you're just going to start the timer, Eric. And when she gets all three answers correct, hit the stop button. And whatever time that is, okay, whoever's closest to whatever time that is going to win round one. This is a vintage Troy Aikman starting lineup action figure. Okay.
I try.
Just so
How many
everybody knows,
concussions does it have?
if you win this, I'm going to get Eric your address. I still have a bunch of prizes I got to mail out from the last show. So this is for round one anyways. So let me get rid of my background real quick and then we'll get going here. So we're going to go none.
Broncos, huh?
Okay. Yeah, for born and raised in Denver. Flash.
Go Broncos.
Too. My cousin loves them as well. Great team.
Yeah. Hopefully next season they're a great team.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll-
so Eric,
Baltimore, baby. Let's do it.
Go
Eric,
Broncos.
Yeah.
hit the timer.
I'm having some trouble with the timer. So I think something's going on with Zoom. So
Okay, maybe I can hold on. I'll just do my own little stopwatch here then. Give me 1 second. So everybody that's watching, I need you to type in a number to the chat if you want to have a chance to win the action figure. How many seconds do you think it's going to take Alex Ginzel to get the city, the sport, and the team name of the logo that I'm about to show? So we'll give everybody like 5-10 seconds. Type it into the chat if you want a chance to win. Okay, a few more seconds. Everybody get your numbers into the
all right,
chat.
we got a 7 from Erica Vejar. We got a 10 from Matt
Okay.
J. Doyle. And
Okay, cool.
Nathaniel says Flash is required to get in. What is it required to get in NASCAR? So there's a question for you, Flash.
Oh, just wait. You wait till that'll just wait, Flash. That's the grand prize. A brand new NASCAR is the grand prize. Okay.
Jeez,
this is
Spencer,
ju-
what'd
this
you
is
get the
just
lottery?
I know,
No.
right?
brand
Not any
new
photos of
NASCAR.
Posters that were on the wall.
Take that down to
Ah,
the track, buddies. You can take that down to the track. A brand new NASCAR grand prize.
Is that true, X?
Coming up. Okay. So
Right.
in 3, 2, 1, the timer has begun. Get Alex Ginzel.
Wait,
Give me the sport.
hockey.
Okay. Give me the city.
Not the St. Louis Blues.
No, okay, give me the city. I'll give you, okay. It is a city in the state of Pennsylvania.
I have no idea.
Okay, it's a city where steel was made for many, many
Steelers.
years.
The Steelers.
What city is the Steelers from?
I know you got.
You got this. You got it, Alex. You got it.
Come on,
Come on.
Alex.
The Cincinnati. No,
No.
Cincinnati Bengals.
Nope.
Okay. It begins with a P.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, so we got the city. So we got the hockey. We got the city. Now you just got to tell me the
Pittsburgh
team name.
Blackhawks.
Look at the mascot real good. Look at him.
Blackhawks,
It's
Chicago.
Look at the mascot.
Look at the mascot.
It's a penguin. It's a penguin.
Oh, boom!
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
let's
a very
stop it.
distinguished
Oh.
mascot.
Okay, who's close?
Dooby-dooby-doo.
Okay, so the time was 1 minute and 14 seconds.
I didn't even get that.
Who put in Matt J. Doyle? All I see 10 seconds, Matt J. Doyle. Matt J. Doyle, you are the new owner of a Troy Aikman action figure, buddy. Congratulations. You there,
Yeah,
Matt?
Thank you.
good going, Matt.
Yeah. Thank you,
Got
Spencer.
that.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, and some
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank
some-
you.
Okay, so yeah, just so you know, Alex, when we're talking hockey, that is the Pittsburgh Penguins logo.
Pittsburgh Penguins. I didn't even know Penguins was a team for hockey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're Mario Lemieux, Jaromir Jagr, like, freaking yeah, and even now, Pittsburgh Penguins. I'm not sure how good they're.
Crosby.
Sidney Crosby, like the Penguins.
But the Penguins suck, so don't worry about it, Alex. You're okay.
They suck
Thank
now,
you.
but like
Thank
they've been good in the past. Just so you know. So
Okay.
that was round one. Let's chat a little bit about sports real quick. Aaron Rodgers is probably going to become a Jet. Okay. Let's pretend that Aaron Rodgers is a Jet right now. Okay. How scared is the AFC of Aaron Rodgers becoming a Jet? Tony, Bama. I mean, think about it. You got the Chiefs.
I think
got
they're
the-
very afraid. I mean, the Jets were a quarterback away last year from making a playoff run right there, but they fluctuated between Wilson, Joe Flacco, and the other dude right there all year long. But you put Aaron Rodgers there, plus you got Marco Hardeman right there. One of the best defenses in the AFC. I think they should be scared. I know New England's scared. I know Miami's scared.
And
I don't know about Buffalo, but Buffalo's got to be quivering a little bit.
they're also getting Lazard.
Yeah, they got
And
Lazard
this is the
too.
part where, audience, if you want to join in on the sports conversation, everybody is on stage right now. So if you're in the.
Yeah,
audience,
everybody's
you are
on stage.
So
So
we're curious to what you guys got too, man.
because
But,
okay,
I'm a little bit on the righteousness with Bams because I'm telling you, man.
do you okay? So
they
you
could have
think
went to the playoffs. Look at what they were doing and producing, and they were still. They didn't have the greatest wide receiver core. You didn't have any big names out there.
They got a good rook.
Yes,
year.
yes. Touche. But at the same time, you had a quarterback each time. The players didn't understand him.
nobody does.
I enjoyed
Guys,
Flacco.
he's horrible. He's horrible. He
I
is a bust.
enjoyed
He's a-
Flacco.
Well,
But
no, I
you know
get that,
what?
but yeah.
They were
What?
literally a win away from Buffalo from getting into the dang playoffs right there. I mean, they were not that far off with a pretty crappy, off quarterback triangle they had right there.
So,
You give them Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
okay, so do you think him going to the Jets is? I mean, I don't want to say revise his career. He just kind of had an off season last year.
He doesn't need to revise his career.
Well, I
He needs to
know, I
revive the
know.
Jets.
But okay, all right, this is where I'm getting at. If we go back in time like 2 years ago, like, this is an oh my God, big deal. Okay. But now, even if he goes to the Jets, he's still only like the 5th best quarterback in the AFC, in my opinion. Tell me I'm wrong.
Hey, that's still not bad. Top 5.
I mean, so what? You get beat in the wild card round, maybe the divisional round. You ain't getting past the Bengals. You ain't getting past the Chiefs. You might not get past the Bills. You
I'm
might
not
not
gonna go
even.
that far
You
with it.
might not even get past my boy Trevor Lawrence down in Jacksonville
Oh,
this year.
jeez.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Flash,
I bet
Flash,
you do have
hold
this
on.
poster on the wall, brother. I bet
Flash.
you do have that poster.
Flash
I'm gonna have to
Bugatti.
shout out
Fla-
freaking
Fla-
yeah, Jacksonville there, because yeah, no.
Flash, what are your thoughts?
Sunshine.
Or Matt J. Doyle,
Can
anybody?
I say,
What is
can
my
I say
thought?
something, please?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
indeed.
Heck yeah. Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I would just like to say it also depends on the line. Just a quarterback doesn't change things. You know what I mean? It depends on the line. Like
Yeah.
if the Jets are really good at holding them. You know what I mean? Like Green Bay had a really great line.
Yeah, good point.
That's why Aaron Rodgers was really good.
I think the Jets can just as good right there. They did it with less talent than what Green Bay had last year. They were still more competitive than the Green Bay Packers in most games.
I like your answer, man.
I have a question for the audience. I see Rayad, I hope I'm saying that right. Rashid, where are you tuning in from?
Sorry,
Yeah, where are you tuning in from? Where are you watching from?
I'm watching from Bangladesh.
All the way from Bangladesh.
Wow.
Dude,
Wow.
that's awesome.
Oh, you're
And
Bangladesh.
Eric Vejar, where are you tuning in from?
I'm from Adelanto, California.
Heck yes.
Okay, and Matt, where are you tuning in from?
I'm tuning in from Hawthorne, Los Angeles, California.
All over the map, watching sports and tacos.
Hey, Eric, I'm sorry about this.
Awesome.
I'm doing a movie right now. That's why.
No,
Oh, no, I didn't even recognize you, brother.
Cool. Hey, Flash, what are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers becoming a Jet? You know, will there be another top tier team in the AFC?
My honest opinion, no. And while I'm at it, I want to say hi to my representation, Easy Way Promotions.
Yeah.
How you meant to say hi. Meant to say hi there.
Cool,
Yes.
cool,
I mean, my thoughts on that, I don't think it would change anything. I mean, a quarterback cannot really change a whole team. He could command a team, but they got to gel together to actually, be a factor. Me, I'm a 49er fan. I love the 40. I love the
Flash Bugatti, you're a 49er fan?
So what are the 49ers going to do? I mean, they got rid of Garoppolo.
I know, kind of pissed off with that in a way, but we do have the other quarterback.
We got Purdy and Trey Lance, yeah, but
So,
I thought Garoppolo was better than those two.
I want to see
Trey
Lance.
Lance hasn't impressed.
I want to see Lance actually start. He's very quick. Let's see him get back from this injury and see what happens with it.
Yeah,
We got
100%, yep.
pass and
Well,
deep.
hey, Flash, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because you know who the quarterback of the 49ers is going to be this season? One Tom Brady.
Oh, it's not going to be
And Tom Brady is going to take the 49ers to the Super Bowl and beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs and ride off into the sunset at the end of this year.
Facts, or is he coming out of retirement, or
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I predicted it like 3 weeks ago, so stay tuned.
Flash just slapped Spencer in the head. He don't know what he's talking about.
I'm telling you, dude, it's too easy, Flash. They have a Super Bowl caliber team right now, ready to go. All they're lacking is a quarterback. That's it.
right?
And he is from Northern California.
And I see him doing that because a lot of people don't know. Tom Brady actually grew up in the stands watching Joe Montana.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Yes.
did. Oh, okay, let's
So
let's-
Spencer, you got Matt J. Doyle has had his hand up for quite some time. Matt, did you have a question or comment?
I just wanted to say that I've really enjoyed the show. It's been fantastic. And I was going to talk about Tom Brady as well. I went and saw that movie 80 for Brady and really enjoyed it.
Great.
And I think he's great, but I'm a Rams supporter. We didn't have a very good year this year, but hopefully the next season will be better.
They'll be better next year, that's for sure. So, okay, let's play another quick
Thank you.
round of Alex Ginzel logo trivia. So everybody get ready to, again, you need to put in how many seconds you think it's going to take Alex Ginzel to get the city, the team, and the name of the team.
You got
Okay.
this, G Unit.
Thank you, Tony.
And again, just so everybody knows, this is really just because Alex knows a ton about football and she's one of our co-hosts. I'm just trying to expand her sports knowledge in regards, because football season's over and you got to keep the show going in regards to baseball, basketball, and
I
hockey.
love Alex's Royals jersey.
So,
Right.
yeah,
I got my
see?
Braves hat on. Yes.
Okay, so everybody type in if you want. Okay, yeah, and just so everybody knows, this next prize, like the last show, is some original Disney Chippendale Power Rangers cell artwork. This is original Disney artwork. Just
Wow,
so you know.
Spencer, that looks like you all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
Yes, yes. So I we had the guy Daniel on before. I have a little side business and collectibles and stuff like that. So I got stuff like this laying around that I can give away on the show. But it's pretty cool.
You guys are amazing. Spencer, you're a great guy, man. You guys are all.
Thank you.
Love you, man.
So this next one, everybody put in their times if you want to have a chance to win that. Type in a number to the chat. Somebody, anybody.
Obviously,
right?
the higher the better.
You
Mhm,
never
right?
know. So okay, so we got a 30 seconds from Eric.
Or
Somebody type in a
Spencer, are you
number.
wearing shorts with a
No,
tie?
I
and a
would
short-sleeved
never do
shirt?
that.
I just saw the knee.
I
You
would
know,
never
it's a
do
scary
such a
thing.
thing.
He's probably wearing Tom Brady chones. He's wearing them, man. He's wearing the Tampa Bay on the backside, and he's wearing the freaking Patriot on the front, saying,
Matt-
"Go, Tommy boy."
Matt J. Doyle, type in a number to the chat. I don't care what the number is. Riyadh, type in a number to the chat. Any number. Just do it. Type in a number. Tony, yeah, you guys write your number down. You got two numbers there, Tony? Two numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, you guys ready?
Riyadh says 49 seconds.
49 seconds. Okay, let's do this. So time starts now. Now
Matt
this
says
is
50 seconds.
this should be an easy one, G
Oh,
Unit.
God.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the Texas Longhorns.
Horns down.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
You got it, Alex. You got it. You got it, girl.
Okay, so it is a city.
It's the Rams. It's the Rams. It's the Rams.
Think of Scottie Pippen.
Okay, so G Unit. It's known as the Windy City.
Wyoming.
It's in the Midwest.
She does got a point.
That
The
is very windy.
Nebraska, the Nebraska
It's-
Huskers.
It borders Lake Michigan. Right? I think Lake Michigan's right there.
Is that Chicago? Illinois?
Yes!
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah,
ding.
but
Okay.
she didn't get the full name.
No, we're not.
No,
That's
no.
not. We're not done yet. So we got the city.
And
Okay.
look, mascot, look what does that look like?
What is Spencer full of?
It's a
Yes. Yeah, good clue, Eric. Good clue.
It would be the word before what I'm full of. What does
okay.
it
So
look like?
this is basketball, right?
Right.
Boom. Okay, so we
Oh.
got basketball and we got the city. Just give us the team name.
Chicago.
Chicago
What's
basketball.
their name?
Okay, here's another hint. Doro.
Plural?
You guys, this is hard. Somebody help me.
No, you got this. Look, so look at it. Look
Yeah, I
at, you,
thought you said it earlier.
you said it, but it's plural. It's plural. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
Chicago.
plural.
Okay,
Michael
there's a
Jordan
great
played for
energy
them.
drink and a say red.
There you go. That's a
The
good way.
Bulls, the Chicago Bulls. Oh,
Boom!
Yes.
wow.
Okay, so boom. 2
There you-
minutes. Okay, 2 minutes, 1 second. Who?
I wonder if you guys would Michael Jordan would she have got it then?
Okay,
That
so,
would have been
so,
too easy.
so this is
Give me more
100.
clues.
Well, this is 122 seconds. So
Oh, I
Eric,
was close. I put 420 down.
okay.
I have 210.
Tony.
210.
Tony, you are the new owner of some Disney
Yeah.
Chippendales Power
Sure.
Ranger cell artwork, my
He
friend.
can't win. He works here.
I got a Spencer.
There you go.
Fair. He didn't type it in the chat. He could have wrote it down after she
I don't
No.
think I don't.
no,
I don't think they're
do
that smart.
Eric Spencer's not.
They're not-
able to
they're
do
not that
100
smart,
I'm
I
just
don't
playing.
that tall.
Congratulations.
So Tony, next time I come home, because I'm not going to ship this to you, I'm just going to bring it with me. Remind me.
Yeah, man, it's gonna go in the sports room, baby. Yeah.
I figured. Okay, cool. So
I
let's
got
get
you,
on.
Spencer.
Okay, this is going to be a subject that is very sensitive to one Robert Humphreys.
I got a perfect name for this segment, by the way, Spencer.
What is it?
Pick on Alex.
Good.
Yeah, you guys are
Fine.
picking on me.
We're not. We're teaching you about sports. Okay, so next time we're talking about this. What is it?
Or Alex picks. How about that?
Basketball, logo, mascot,
Yes. For what city and team?
Chicago Bulls.
Boom. And you need to
Educate
know
Alex.
this. You
What do you
need
think
to
about that
know
one?
this because Michael Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls.
I know. I think it's like without the words, you don't. The logo is just
Right.
weird by itself. You
No,
know.
I get it.
I've seen that logo so many times.
Yeah,
but
I
it's like
mean-
without the word, it's like, okay, wait.
Yeah.
Everybody put in the chat, what do you think we should call this segment? I'm gonna submit educate Alex.
I like sports logo trivia, you know. Anyways, Bama, your boy
I know where you're going.
requested a trade today, homie.
I know.
I've-
He requested
okay.
it before, but he finally let it out today. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, just so you know what we're talking about, Bama's a huge Baltimore Ravens fan. And
Yes, go Ravens, baby.
Lamar Jackson requested a trade today because Baltimore won't pay him. And the reason that they will not pay him is because, in my opinion, he is a great running quarterback.
We offered to pay him. See, before the whole saga going on, I've always been on Lamar's side of this. I thought he kind of got done wrong by the team by lowballing him after what Deshaun Watson's contract. Kyler Murray's guaranteed money. They tried to lowball Lamar even though he'd won MVP, and there's Haddon right there. But I'm kind of starting to twist the other way, man, because I know Lamar already just turned down 133 guaranteed on 3 years, which 3 years in a lot. He needs more than that. I was also looking at that he turned down another contract last year, up to 200 million in guarantees, 130 something million guaranteed right off the bat. Another 50, but I don't know what the hell's going on with both of those guys.
Do you
man.
think? Okay, and this is what I've
I
been
want
hearing.
Lamar to stay. I want Lamar to play one more year at least with this $32.5 million franchise tag, which is another low ball Baltimore did to him. Give me one more year with him, man, because he's not had a shot to play the last few years. Every time we play, we just run the ball.
Do you think?
And that's why he's not.
Colin Cowherd thinks it's because his mom is his agent. Do you think that is a factor here? Okay, and I get it, dude. Like, remember,
Family is always a factor. Yes, family is always a factor. But
and I get it. Like, okay, there's so many factors here. You know, there's too many RG3s and Michael Vicks in the past that might not have ever gotten that huge contract because they got hurt before they could get to that huge contract. So you've got to get paid because, you know, he couldn't
that's
play
what Lamar
against
wants.
the Bengals.
That's why you turn down a 3-year deal, because you want a 5, 6, 7-year deal, because you've already put in the work for that to get that already.
You now have this weird balance of getting paid versus greatness. Because if he plays in that playoff game against the Bengals, they probably beat the Bengals.
Baltimore wins that game. We had the game won without him and lost it on the last.
Because he's not getting paid, he's not going to risk injury. They didn't play. He didn't play. He basically
He did not even travel with the team to that game.
I know.
Right? Yes, because there's such a rift in there that we don't really know exactly what's going on with that rift. But somehow those two teams are just two sides are ripped apart now. And Lamar was Lamar was the savior of the team after Flacco.
This is my question. Is somebody's going to take him?
The Colts are looking at him right now.
They are a lot of low tier teams are looking at him. I don't think he's going to get what he thinks he's going to get.
No,
and
he deserves to get more than what he's been offered. And
he does.
About this Kyler Murray's sorry contract, giving him like 150, 60 million guaranteed. Deshaun Watson's 250 guaranteed. And Lamar wants to get his money. No, I know Big Flash is eating it over. I don't hear what Flash has to say.
I think that he shouldn't get that big of a contract, to be honest with you. Maybe, but then, he's injury prone too, as well as you guys know. He's very injury prone. So.
He is. Prior to the offense we play him in, though. I mean, when he won the MVP, he threw 40 plus touchdowns. He ain't thrown 40 passes in the last 4 years because the offense.
Usually when you're running quarterback, they're more prone to injuries, as you guys know. They could slide, avoid the hits, but still, you're running a lot, putting a lot of wear and tear on the body. But do he deserve a contract? Yeah, maybe yes and maybe no. You know what I mean? Maybe yes, maybe no.
That's
He's been offered. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, Spencer. Right? Yes,
No,
of course.
that's where I'm going with this.
He was offered a good enough deal to where he could have accepted and been happy, but he wants a little bit more now, and I'm not sure. Now he doesn't even want to be in Baltimore. It sounds like so. I just don't know what team's going to give up 2 first-round draft picks. To get Lamar.
All right, once again, all right, now it's my time to chime in because I was listening to both sides, and hey, both sides are correct. But at the same time, if he would have got the contract, if he had an agent the year that he got the MVP, that would have changed everything, I feel personally. Because right now you're looking at an injury-prone Lamar Jackson. And guess what? And then giving up 2 first-round draft picks for this man, I like him. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great runner. He's a great captain for a team to lead. But you know what? He has to stay healthy. But this is where it hurt himself, where he didn't have that agent. Once he got that MVP, if he would have got that MVP, he would have got those top dollars that everybody's talking about. He would have already been 2 years in with this contract where he had 2 more years. Then all of a sudden, guess what? His money grows. But at the same time, too, action prone, and he's injured always. The last 2 seasons, he's been injured. You know what? If he had his agent, he would have already been paid and all that. Where he would have been sitting down saying, "All right, I got to get healthy. I got to get healthy." Now he's fighting for his life.
Lamar was healthy last year.
And listen, guys, and listen. One of the reasons why I think people are afraid of pulling the trigger on him, and I hate to say this, but is Russell Wilson. They see the nightmare that has just happened to the Denver Broncos, and he's not injury prone.
Do not drag down Lamar Jackson with this whole Denver Broncos crap y'all got going on here.
But no, but it doesn't matter. But it doesn't matter. Basically, on paper, a Russell Wilson type quarterback might even be more valuable than a Lamar Jackson.
Your team in Denver was not built to make Russell succeed last year.
It doesn't matter. I promise you.
Built to make Lamar succeed.
NFL teams are looking at what has just happened to the Denver Broncos, and they see Lamar Jackson as a possible another Russell Wilson.
That is horrible. Please. I mean, granted, I'd love to be compared with a Super Bowl champion. Russell should be a 2-time Super Bowl champion if it wasn't for a bad play call.
Because it's going to cost about the same.
I'm sorry, Shotgun. I'm a Denver Bronco fan too. You already know this, but you were wrong about this. No. We were not. Our offensive line was not fit for a man that is always going outside, and then he had to play inside the middle. See, all these things that you're talking about, this guy's never really done. And then you're talking about Lamar, where he was doing great, and then maybe he was healthy towards the end of the season. They sat him. But you know what? It's all contracts on that. But besides point, look what we already accomplished this year. What we got a great offensive line now. Oh, I do. I do.
I don't care about the show.
Okay, cool guys. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up real quick with one last round of G Unit Sports Logo trivia. Everybody, get your time in. Get your time in. Write down your time. Tony Bama, write down your time. Write down your time. Everybody, get into the chat. Get your times into the chat. Everybody, get your times into the chat.
We need more girls on the show.
Iris, I think, is going to come on next week, and Alla, did I tell you she's doing a comedy show?
I know. I just got the tickets.
That's awesome. Oh, dude, you want to go?
Yeah, it's right down the street.
Yes, I could walk there.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody got their time in. Everybody got their time in.
What are we timing?
Okay, so this is going to be Sports Logo. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, I gotta turn my background off. You can't see it. Sorry.
Restart the time.
Okay, no, yes.
You might want to, you got some new people in the audience, Spencer, so you might want to explain what you're doing again.
And what sport?
Okay, guys, this is sports logo trivia with Alex Ginzel. She's one of our co-hosts. She's an NFL football expert, not necessarily basketball, hockey expert. So we are enlarging her knowledge of other than NFL football sports. So, and it's sports logo trivia. So anybody who's out there who hasn't put their time in, put a number in the chat of how many seconds you think it's going to take Alex Ginzel to guess the city, the sport, and the name of the team for the logo I'm about to put up. So 3, 2, 1.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna go back to my original then.
These are so hard. What sport is that?
Okay, well, we're gonna start with the city. Okay, and I'm gonna give you. Come
It
on,
looks
just
like it's
like
an owl. It looks like it's owl wings.
there's
but-
wings.
What's
What
driving the
else?
wings then?
What else do you see? There's a wing. What else is there?
There's a
The wheels
wheel.
on the bus
The wheel.
go.
Where do they build lots of wheels in cars in America? Where did they used to?
Detroit.
Oh, no, don't guess. Don't
Thank you.
guess.
Michigan.
Okay, so we're gonna give you that one. So
Michigan.
what city is it?
The Detroit Lions, but that's
Okay,
not
Detroit.
Detroit
Okay,
Lions.
so we're there. You got Detroit.
okay.
So
You got it, Alex. You got it.
So in Detroit, boy, this is why this is for the grand prize. This is for the
Red
new
Wings.
car.
Detroit
Oh,
Red Wings.
The Detroit Red Wings. Boom.
Got it. There you go.
All
Got it.
right, good job,
Yeah.
Alex.
That's-
And boom, it was. I have 1 minute, 5 seconds.
For what sport?
Oh, we're not done yet. What
Oh,
sport
yeah.
is the Detroit Red Wings?
What's it? Baseball,
No.
basketball, the hockey.
Boom. Okay, hockey. So whoever has 1 minute and 15 seconds closest just won a new car.
That would
I got
be,
130.
that would be, Rahid, RH Rahid. He had 1 minute, 20 seconds.
All right,
Yay!
Rahid, nice work, buddy. All right, Rahid, you just won a brand new car.
All the way
What are
in
you gonna do it?
Bangladesh.
What are
Wow.
you gonna do with it? You gonna take it out to the track?
You don't even tell whose car it is. Read the name on the top right there. Is that Truex Jr.? I see it looks like a JR.
I don't
That's a-
know, dude.
Look on the
Oh.
top of the car, Spencer. Yes.
Hank Parker Jr.
Okay, Hank Parker Jr. I saw it was a junior on there, it looked like. All right. Hey.
Pretty sweet. Nice work, buddy. All right, guys. Well,
What's the scale on it?
what is the scale on this? I don't know. It's like 1/18th.
It's pretty big.
It's like, I don't know. There's my hand. There's the car.
That's big. That's foot size. Hell yeah.
So, well,
Big.
cool, guys. So next time you see this logo, Alex, what
Yes.
is it? What is it?
Detroit Red Wings hockey.
Boom!
Boom.
Woo! Awesome. So we're gonna turn you into an all-around sports expert.
I love it. I
So
need it.
Spencer, how does one retrieve their gift? How do they how do they follow up?
Okay, guys, so the follow-up, I need your address so I can mail you your prize. Somehow, some way. So you can I'll put my email in the chat. That's what I'll do.
Congratulations to all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doggy.
Yes.
All right, guys.
But
That's pretty much our show. I know Eric's got to run. Thanks for everybody coming on.
I think you
Sports
should
and Tacos night.
introduce everybody that's been in the audience today, Spencer, before you you close it out. Let everybody give themselves a little promotion because they did stay the whole time for almost 3 hours.
Eric, I can't see everybody. That's why I haven't been able to do shout outs. Can you do it for
Yeah,
me?
we got Matt J. Doyle. Matt J. Doyle, go ahead and unmute yourself and about 30 seconds, go ahead and give yourself a commercial.
Hey everybody, Matt J. Doyle here, actor, producer, and entrepreneur. Also, Easy Way IMDb expert and Wall of Fame agent, and Easy Way I expert as well. You can find me on the internet on www.mattjdoyle.com. I'm active, getting acting work, producing shows and movies, and I'm also a real estate broker for my entrepreneur side of things. And I'm doing great in all aspects of my life. Thanks for a lot of help from Eric and all the people that are in his network. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Yes,
Matt.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks for coming on, Matt.
Matt.
You do
And
great
Yeah,
work.
baby.
Next up
Thank
is
you, guys.
Raid. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. Go ahead and give yourself a commercial. If you're there. No, you're a statue, right? It's a statue. We'll have to go to Eugene and come back to Raid so we got Eugene Mandelkorn. Go ahead, Eugene.
Eugene.
Hey, I am a producer and writer in the entertainment industry. I have a feature that's streaming on Prime Video and a number of other places in the United States and the United Kingdom right now. It's right behind me, Lead the Way, the first solution film in the history of the cinema. And we are also in process of pre-production and development on other feature projects. We also produce video games. And we will be at Cannes on the French Riviera in May. And we hope to be screening Lead the Way with a panel discussion afterwards.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, Eugene. Heck yes. Good luck, dog. Heck yes. Heck yes.
Quick, I wanted to say real quick.
Flash, you're next. Go ahead.
Okay, so it's interesting that he said about gaming. I own a gaming league. It's for NASCAR. It's the NASCAR league. Been doing this since 4 years. And it started ever since the COVID started in 2020. So it's going on 4 years. You know, you don't count it exactly like you would do in years. You start from season. So you go 2021, 22, 23. So it's coming on 4 years, which happens to be ironically on my birthday next month, April the 27th. It is a great league. We give out cash prizes. They're actually racing right now. I'm proud to see how these guys are, and they're very dedicated. They're loyal, and at the end of the championship, we give them prizes, and they're such amazing guys, and they're good to actually deal with and everything. I'm the founder, owner, along with my missus, who's actually the owner. So it's amazing. It gives people time to get away from stuff, and it's on a console on PlayStation.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm checking on that. That'd be fun to do. Hell yeah. Nice.
Monday through Thursday. Monday through Thursday.
Right on. Heck yeah.
And so, and I'd love to connect sports and tacos to see how you two can work together with that, because you got sports and he does the whole YouTube NASCAR league thing, and it'd be
Dude,
awesome.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
Alex can be the cheerleader, and she can try to name which car drives on the street. Okay.
No, I bet Alex would outdrive all of us, put her behind the wheel right there.
That's right. I would.
All right, and so
She
we
is from
also
Kansas City.
we
Yes.
also have RH Raid, who won the NASCAR. So Raid, go ahead and give yourself a little 30-second commercial. Let everybody know who you are. Right? Can you talk?
Hi.
Yeah.
Yep.
So give yourself a little
So-
30-second commercial. Let everybody know who you are.
My name is Rakul Hassan Riyad. I'm from Bangladesh, but I work online, and most of my clients are from US. I have an agency called Skyrocket Coach. I mostly help through that agency my clients with graphic design and web development, as well as I have YouTube services, but that's at this moment preserved for Eric only.
Nice.
Yeah, Raid
That's
is
cool. We got-
pretty famous
that's
for
cool. We got
getting
around the
more.
world. Listen, that's awesome, man. Thank you. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. No.
Skyrocket Coach is pretty famous for getting people their
Skyrocket.
numbers to skyrocket on YouTube, and he's a big YouTube guy. And
Awesome.
I am Eric Zulli. I guess too many people tell me, hey, you promote everybody else, but you never promote yourself. That's what I do. I promote people. Sports and Tacos is our client. Flash is our client. Raid's going to be working with us soon. Matt J. Doyle works with us. I'm just the guy that owns the platform that connects everybody and makes everybody's dream come true. And you can go to ericzulli.com to learn more about me, or you can go to easywaywalloffame.com. Go to all these people's profiles. And Alex and Tony and Bama, shame on you. You haven't created a profile yet. Shame on you.
Do that. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, just so you guys know, like, it is pretty unfreaking. Like, I've tried to, I still have yet to get through the entire 70 pages of Easy Wall of Fame people.
Oh my gosh.
And I put it this way, on each page, there's 15 people on each page. Like, and when you look at who they are, it's unbelievable. Besides just like the celebrities in there, like, I'm not gonna lie, Eric, I've literally sat there and Instagrammed like pretty much everybody that has a photo and, you can tell is involved with Easy Way Wall of Fame. I'll Instagram them to see who they are. And dude, some of them are unbelievable. Like, his network is ridiculous. He, because like, I hate to say this, but like in the beginning, I didn't understand it. But essentially, if you can think about a Facebook / LinkedIn merged, where all of your Facebook friends were real people that are actually influential type people that are like business owners, actors, producers, podcasters, like people that are, not just like your friend from high school or like, your grandma's neighbor. Like, it's actually people who are going places and doing things that can help you go places and do things.
That's very well said. I'm glad I'm recording this. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And
It's really, it's
Really
legit. I was
cool.
just like, holy crap. So anyways.
and Dad, my father, James Zulli, go ahead and give yourself a little 30-second commercial on Sports and Tacos.
Oh, I love the platform. It brings back old memories. My card collecting days were in the 50s. And like I say, I wish I had them, but after that gentleman said some of them are not worth $1 million each, 50 cents, I feel a lot better.
Feel a lot better. Yeah.
I have better visions for children other than working with Eric. And basically, BBC is a nonprofit platform. We bring awareness to children's eye health. Jimmy Carter's grandkids had an eye disease and they lost their sight. So Rich Report affects them. And we're having a twofold vision for their eye health and vision for their future. I'm kind of a preference towards foster kids. So reaching out to the foster kids, teaching them sports like this, the driving range, the baseball, and mentoring them, giving them idea. They might be interested in engineering or whatever it is. We're showing them these doors so they have more of an outlook for the future that's positive,
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. Heck yes. Heck yeah, James. Heck yeah. That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for being on, man. That's freaking awesome.
We haven't let Alex do her. I mean, you guys host as well. Now, Alex, besides Sports and Tacos, go ahead and give yourself a 30-second commercial so people can follow you and learn more about you.
Yeah, I'm from Kansas City, Topeka, Kansas originally. I moved out to California, so I live in LA now, right down the street from Spencer. I moved here 3 years ago. I work at UCLA in the psychiatry department. I love football. I love the Chiefs. I met Spencer at a sporting event actually, and he asked me to come on. And
it was David Ortiz's Hall of Fame party.
Yep. I was the front desk host or whatever. And I don't know, he like found out that I really like football and I'm a huge Kansas City Chiefs fan. And he asked me to be on the show. So I've been on the show with them for this whole NFL season. And it's so cool that that my team won, and this is the first year that I've been on the show. So you guys can follow me at Alex Ginzel. Yeah.
Awesome. Is that on Instagram? Where are they?
That's on Instagram.
Okay.
At
and
Alex
Tony and Bama, 30-second
Yeah.
commercial.
Do it. TMP.
Yeah. Come to Littleton, Colorado. Work at the Platte River Bar and Grill, bartender. Doing that for a while. That love my sports. Go watch the Avalanche, Nuggets, whoever the Rockies are playing, whoever the Broncos are playing. Other than that, yeah, love what we're doing here. Love you guys.
TMP.
It's me. It's he. It's all about the TMP. You just gotta love it for one reason and one reason only. Sports and tacos, baby. Come join us, man. It's time to have some fun. We got some great pizza on. Hello, America. Let's do this.
And last but not least, we saved the best for last. Spencer Pratt, not Pratt, Spencer Cadigan. Looking, you look at, what's the guy that is America's Got Talent, the judge, Howie Mandel.
Oh, Howie Mandel. Yeah.
I feel like I'm watching Howie Mandel host the show. All right, go ahead, Spencer. 30-second commercial. Tell them a little bit about you besides sports and tacos.
All right, everybody. Let's see. My name is Spencer Cadigan. I am an actor, writer, producer, and host. Let's see. I don't even know what to say here. We got
American
a movie
comedy.
coming out. We got a movie coming out called American Comedy, starring Eric Roberts and Dan Lauria. Just today, we got the approval from Prime. We also are going to be on Prime Video in the UK and the US, along with all kinds of other platforms. Sports and Tacos host, actor. I'm with Wilhelmina Denver. I'm with Krugelov Agency in LA. I'm gonna act bartender, waiter. I lots of things, but those are the main things that are going on right now. American comedy. Go to AmericanComedyFilm.com. You can see the trailer for free. There's about to be a whole bunch of stuff coming. You can go to sportsandtacos.com and check out Sports and Tacos. You can go to Easy Way TV, check out Sports and Tacos. I love the movie, but Sports and Tacos is kind of like the fact that it's growing and we're getting all these amazing guests on.
Yeah.
It's a tribute to Easy Way, honestly. It is.
Thank you, Easy Way.
Because me, Tony, and Bama, we can go on rambling about sports forever and ever and ever, and the show might grow slowly, but I have a feeling the growth of Sports and Tacos is about to skyrocket.
Yeah. I
Well,
agree.
thank you. Appreciate that. And everybody watching, if you enjoyed what you just saw, this was a small sneak peek of what we do called the Easy Way Pitch Party. And everybody gets to pitch their purpose, do a little infomercial, little commercial, and a huge amount of audience. And as you heard from Spencer, some really high quality people do end up seeing you, and deals do happen. That's all I got to say. But you got to have a profile on the Easy Way Wall of Fame. Great show, Spencer. Splash, thank you for being our celebrity guest. Thank you to Dan Wulkan for being our celebrity guest. Thank you, Dad. I mean, my dad's a celebrity too. He's just humble. And same thing with Eugene, Emmanuel Corn, and RH. And we had some really quality people, Matt J. Doyle. And this is, again, just a small sneak peek of some of the people you can network with. Tony, Bama, Spencer, and Alex, trying to guess the logos, host, cheerleader for the show. And I enjoyed doing the engineering. And if you guys want to be a guest on Sports and Tacos, you can email easywaynetwork@gmail.com. You can email or just go on the Wall of Fame and look for Sports and Tacos. All right, great show, guys, amazing. And we want to invite everybody March 30th. Come down March 30th to the Easy Way Pitch Party and come pitch your purpose. Come do your little commercial to about 150 people or so. I don't know, give or take. All right, guys.
Awesome.
Nice show. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
Great
you.
show.
Good job, Flash.
Bye.
Bye. See everybody.